Hello everyone. Thank you again for coming on to my channel. And on this eve of Hari Raya, I'm very sad actually to be making a comment on something which I consider a very dangerous and very serious issue, which is the act of editing the Google map by putting Kuil Haram and Kuil Haram Jada. Is this an act of mischief or an act bordering on betrayal of the nation? Now, we have all been settled with this issue of the Hindu relocation temple, and I have suspected that it has begun on a very bad situation. And even though it has so-called amicably be settled, but I knew from listening to a lot of YouTube channels and listening to a lot of views by people on both sides, whether Muslim or non-Muslim, that this is not going to settle, and that this may even be used by certain opportunists for politicians to actually gain a lot of foothold in terms of their upsetting the government or the unity government. I'm most thankful for videos like Lokman or Adam, who has actually explained very clearly what has happened within the issue, and that the land is not given to the temple but gazetted. And he explained what gazetted actually means to a lot of Malays who apparently do not understand the workings of municipality. As I have stated, that I wish that DBKL had gazetted this temple earlier on as a cultural heritage, and to have an agency that doesn't understand what cultural heritage means in nation building is, to me, very disturbing. Perhaps if someone in the architecture profession were to hate the DBKL, not to fill in the basket of my own profession, but I think we are trained differently. We are trained to respect not only archaeological artifacts or historical artifacts, or even what we call sacred objects, and what we term as cultural heritage. But we understand the importance of it within the context of community and how it works within the architecture and the physical aspect of city planning and city design. Now, with the act of this latest act of Google Map, someone is editing it and putting in the word Kuil Haram and even the term Kuil Haram Jada. Kuil Haram Jada, for a Penangite like myself, who hails from Seberang Perai, we understand the meaning of the word Haram Jada, which is much a severe and a distasteful term. For me, this act of editing has gone beyond what is called a mischievous act. It is bordering on what I call a betrayal to the nation. And I have not used the word treason, because the definition of treason is extremely serious, something that goes against the Yang di-Pertuan Agong as well as our constitution, and therefore I have opted to use the word betrayal. And this betrayal is as closest to the word treason that I would use in this case. I sincerely hope that the authorities, which is the police, should take action, and I have given some clues to whom I think is doing this from the YouTube that I have been listening to. And I hope that the authorities will take this into their charge very seriously, because we cannot let some things like this just remain something like a nakal act or a mischievous act. But this is an act that is that can be made to isolate our societies and our communities into the camps of people who hate each other. As I have said, that the narrative of Muslim-Hindu hatred or Muslim-Hindu hate is something that is unfortunate, but it is also something that is extremely dangerous. With respect to the end of Ramadan, which is to hopefully maybe today, and the celebration of Hari Raya, we need to remind ourselves who we are as a nation. This nation is not made up of only one race. This nation is not made up of only one religion, even though it is so-called the majority, but it is something that the religion teaches to be generous, like the Prophet was generous and also very thankful for the help, or grateful for the help of his uncle who was not a Muslim, for the help of the Ansar, who were many of them also non-Muslim, and also for the help of the Christian king, King Negus, who had totally diplomatically and also spiritually helped Muslim in the first immigration that would have seen the Muslim being totally wiped out, totally destroyed, had he not put up his political aid. And so Islam to me has taught a different thing, to respect other people. As the Prophet had said, do not say bad things against the enemies of Islam, even these are declared enemies, real enemies, and also of people of other faith with regard to their own praises of worship, because then it will cause discomfort and also disharmony among us. And this is the advice that the Prophet had given, but unfortunately many Muslim preachers are practicing a different sort of Islam, and this is quite unhelpful and even extremely dangerous for our country. And so I would like to actually help the authorities in trying to see if they can find the perpetrators of this editing act, which I considered among all the acts that I have been tracing, the Kafir Harbi situation, the Qunut Nazilah, the pronouncement of Hadi Awang, and the idea of a communist takeover by Rais Yatim or by Razman or by Mastura. All these are very, very serious things. But this act is especially, to me, very, very dangerous to our nation, even though it sounds or it looks like a simple act of just switching names, but the attitude behind it and the purpose behind it and the end result that is expected of it perhaps may be something more sinister than what we have. So this is the first video I have made in which I am sounding the alarm bells for our country and our nation, in the interest of peace and harmony, as well as in the interest of protecting Islam from the actions of preachers and even, unfortunately, muftis who are wrongfully, to me, using religion to justify their racial hatred. And I don't say this very simplistically, but I have seen and I have heard, and I am very saddened, especially by certain muftis who seem to be filling in or feeding the frenzy of disharmony among us, simply because they think that this is the way to defend our religion. I am a Muslim. I am also interested in the sanctity and rightness of the religion, but not to the extent of destroying the nation. We cannot put our faith or our race or our personal interest ahead of the nation, which is the goodness for the collective interest of all people, not just of our own personal idea of race and religion. I think rational people who are religious and who are scholars will mention that we need to make sure that we maintain the harmony, and this is the religious act, to maintain this harmony in patience, in wisdom, in talking in a rational manner, not acting in this mischievous manner, not threatening other people. These are not religious acts, but unfortunately they are construed by many as the highest form of religious act of so-called jihad, which I do not support at all. You do not have to jihad in that manner, You can have jihad in practicing wisdom, in practicing pragmatism, and practicing the idea of looking for the higher interest and the importance of all communities rather than just our own community. And so with that, I hope that this Hari Raya, all of us need to reflect back on what is the meaning of Ramadan in terms of perseverance, in terms of tolerance, in terms of patience, instead of giving way to the false sense of sacrifice to religion or fighting for religion in a manner that will eventually destroy all of us if we are not having it in terms of wisdom as well as having all the facts rather than listening to hearsay and reacting with emotional venom. And I think and I hope and I pray that this country will still be safe if the authorities can act quickly and decisively in this matter. With that, I bid Selamat Hari Raya to all my Muslim friends as well as to all Malaysians. I wish for a peaceful holiday, and may we all learn a lot of things, each of one of us, from this affair, because it has been said by many people, it is always darkest before the dawn. With that, thank you. Hi everybody. If you would like to own my book and have my signature as well as a personal note from me, please follow the instruction. Thank you.